I just got back from climbing and I thought it would be a really good idea to film an after climbing stretching routine, something that is super quick and just helps you feel not so old and crackly in your joints if you forget to stretch after a session. So if you want to follow along, I'll guide you. You can whip out your mat and we'll start in a tabletop position.
All right, so we'll get into that tabletop position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we'll flow through a couple rounds of cat and cow. On your inhale, dropping the belly, looking towards the front, and on your exhale, arching the back, bringing your chin towards your chest. Really trying to bring your breath all the way in through the nostrils into your back, into your belly space, and just mobilizing the spine, working through any sort of creaks that we might have after our session of climbing. And on your next exhale, we'll take the right knee towards the nose, half cheetah. Stick the foot back and place the toes down. You might have to readjust like I am here if you don't have that much space. Then you're going to press your weight into your toes for a nice calf stretch, trying to press your heel as far back as you can. Come back to center and then shift the right leg over towards the left and look behind at your right leg for a side body stretch. Exhale, come back to center. We'll repeat on the other side. Cheetah. Stick the right toes this time, the left toes back. Stretch the calf. Place the foot over towards the right and bring your gaze over towards the right hip or the right toes, stretching the left side body. On your inhale, come back to center, and then you can sit down to the side of your knees, transitioning onto your back, slowly grabbing behind the knees to lower down. Grab the right knee in towards the chest, and then straighten the left leg out towards the front for wind relieving posture. You may need to readjust. This one is great for stretching the lower spine, the lower back, maybe even getting into the hips or the inner thighs. Using the momentum by pushing into your hands, rock yourself up to a seated position. This is a funky stretch here. We'll cross the hands over and grab the foot with the knee bent. Now, using your leg, allow your foot to press into your hands. Where we want to feel this stretch is in between the scapulae and the upper back. And you might even feel it all throughout your shoulder region and your neck if you let your chin come to your chest. Place the foot back down onto the mat. Figure 4 with the right side. Crossing the right ankle onto the left knee. Place your hands behind your back and open your chest towards the sky. You can allow your head to fall back if that feels right in your body. Slowly bring your head back up, and we'll transition to laying onto our back, keeping our legs where they are. So lower yourself down, and with the legs in this figure 4 positioning, let them fall over towards the left side for a supine spinal twist. This one is so great for stretching out the side body, the lats. You might even feel a pop or a crack in your back. There's no problem with that. In fact, it's one of my favorite things about this posture. Focus on your breath, and when you're ready, come back to center, and we'll switch the legs, bringing the left knee into the chest for wind relieving posture. Focusing on the breath here, breathing deeply in through the nose, bringing it down all the way into the belly, into the pelvis area, and then letting it all go. Once you're ready, rock yourself back up to a seated position, and we'll get into that back stretch. So cross the hands over one another, grab your foot, inhale to straighten the spine, and then exhale, allow your foot to push into your hands to stretch the mid and upper back. You may need to play around with the positioning of your foot and the tension in your arms here to feel the right amount of stretch in the shoulder blades. All you really want to feel is a nice relief in a spot that we don't normally get to stretch very often. Place both feet back on the mat or on the ground, and we'll flow into figure 4 on the left side, placing left ankle onto right knee, hands behind, opening the chest high towards the sky, looking up or letting the head drop back. Breathing deeply into the chest and the belly here, maybe feeling an intense stretch on the outside of the thigh, all the way down into the glute and even through the sacrum. Scoot your hips towards the front, lower yourself down onto your back. Supine spinal twist, keeping our legs as they are. Bring your gaze over towards the left side, maybe placing your hand on your knee to stabilize. Allow the eyes to come to a close. Again, bringing your breath deep down into the belly and then letting it go. Using the breath to allow your body to shift from an active state to a calm and grounded state, telling your nervous system that it is okay to start regenerating and repair after your workout. And when you're ready, bringing your legs back to center, undoing the bind and bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a nice hug. Taking light circles, small circles, left and right, massaging the sacrum on the ground. And once you're ready, rock yourself up to a seated position. We're going to give the front side of our body a little bit of love with a reverse tabletop. So press into your feet and hands to lift the hips up. Head can rock back here, feeling a beautiful stretch all throughout the hip flexors, the chest, the shoulders, even the neck. Breathing deeply into the belly and the chest, and then slowly bring the hips back down onto the mat. A reverse posture here. Let your arms drape around your knees. Let your chin come to your chest just to give our back a little bit more love. And we'll transition into a seated posture. I'm going to turn around so you can see a little bit better this stretch from the back, but you can face whichever way you prefer. A little bit of a neck and shoulder stretch. Interlace the hands behind the back and bring the hands over to one side. Drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Feeling this stretch all the way through the left side of the neck down into the traps. And it will likely feel very tight, especially right after your climbing session. So you can move your chin up and down to find that perfect spot. Everybody is different, so adapt this to your needs. When you're ready, bring the hands over towards the left side or the opposite side. We'll drop the ear down towards the shoulder. And then maybe move your chin around to find that perfect spot, and then stay there for a bit. Breathing deeply into the side of the neck, allowing all the fascia, all the fibers start to relax and open. You are more than welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. You can even switch over to the other side if you need a little bit more time. I find that this pose helps so much with any sort of jaw pain or even ear blockage that you might feel just from tension after climbing. And when you're ready, bring your hands back to center, release the bind. Maybe take a couple shoulder rolls back and front. And on your inhale, rise your left fingertips up towards the sky. We'll reach over towards the right, stretching the left side body, using either your hand or your forearm to keep you upright. On your exhale, come back through center, walk your hands over towards the left. We'll flow into that same side body stretch. Breathing deeply here, keeping the eyes either closed or downcast. Allow yourself to go inward to fully enjoy these stretches and the loosening, the space that you create within your body after just 10 minutes. And slowly bring yourself out of the posture, coming back to a cross-legged seated position. We'll end the class by inhale, reach your arms up overhead, and on your exhale, bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart center, letting your eyes come to a close. Trust me, I know that your body is so thankful that you took the time to stretch after your climbing session today. Thank you for joining me, allowing me to guide you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.